When you see a vehicle that has battery issue and the driver stands on the highway there to repair it, nothing is wrong with the wheels. They can easily push off the road to the shoulder and attend to the vehicle. And the worst is even when they know that they have the responsibility of displaying the caution sign, which is expected to be displayed about 50 meters away from the vehicle to alert the vehicles that are coming behind that there's a faulty vehicle ahead, please take caution. You see them leaving these vehicles unattended to and even bringing mechanics to start attending to such vehicles on the highway. We have fines that is attached to that when it is a natural obstruction. The second phase of it is the one that...
What is the fine?
The fines is 3,000 naira, which is still under review now.
It should be reviewed.
Yes, it's still under review. So many people have actually complained that people are not taking it serious because it's quite minimal. But I know the next act that is being worked upon will work on that. And the second phase, like I said, is when there's an obstruction as a result of road traffic crashes. It's quite painful because at times nobody pray for it. But when it happens, one thing that is important for us to meet up with the response time is for the information to get to us fast. Better off if we have our operatives around the place, it's easier. But a situation where we are not closer to that jurisdiction, members of the public are expected to access our facilities, like I said, through the toll-free of 122 or applying the FRSC mobile app to reach out to us. We have our commands and locations all over the Federation for prompt response and attending to such situations. And like I said, even when we don't have our own tow truck, we have collaborations with the tow truck union in attending to such situations.
You know, I was just going to ask you if the Corps has the capacity in terms of having enough tow trucks. And it's good you've mentioned that you're collaborating, but it's capacity a challenge?
It's a major challenge. Okay. It's not just about FRSC. It's virtually all the establishment. There's no particular establishment today that can claim to have it all. I'm talking about 37 state commands and about close to 300 unit commands. All of them will expect that there will be a tow truck attached to them. But you know, when you understand the amount that is attached to 70 tonnage, you know that the expectation will be so huge as regards funding of such facilities. That's why we have no other choice than to have what we call private partnership, where we can collaborate with private owners so that they can assist us. Where we have the gap, they can fill in the gap and make the road safer for other road users to use.
Okay, just before we let you go, you're the Corps Education Officer, so what would you like to enlighten the public on very briefly as we go? Yes,
is very apt on this point to talk about the issue of information. Federal Road Safety Corps is not omnipresent, it's not omnipotent. It's only God that can see everywhere at the same time. That is why we leverage on prompt information from members of the public. And this is what we want you to do for us. Anywhere there's a crash, anywhere there's an infraction, your information is very key so that we can prevent further crashes and save the road, keep the road safe for other road users. If there's any reason why we're in existence, is to create a safe motoring environment for Nigerians. And that's what we've been doing in the last 37 years.
All right. Thank you so much. Of course, we don't want to hear roads to rage, but roads and safety. Thank you so much. The Corps Public Education Officer, FRSC, Olusegun Ogungbemide, MNI. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
And we wish you safety also.
Same to you.
All right. Let's take a break. We're back shortly.
From the Atlantic across the savannah to the Sahara, we rise, a land of the free, we know they tire. We dream great, our spirit is undying.
Resilient, rooted like palm tree, we sway in colors,
We turn dark into light. We make solutions. We ignite passion. Yeah. Ethnicity is unique. We have more than just solution. We are Nigeria. We are Nigeria. Strengthening unity. We know they carry love. We are Nigeria. We are Nigeria. Together live the dream of a land with great destiny. We are Nigeria.
I am the real Nigerian. Brought to you by the National Orientation Agency, NOA.
Thank you for staying tuned. Youth, women and persons with disabilities will be given more special attention in the 2027 general election. Yes? Well, the Independent National Electoral Commission gave the assurance when the America's Empowerment Institute visited the Commission's headquarters in Abuja to collaborate in promoting access to voting by marginalized groups. Mie Ogidi reports.
They are physically constrained, but that is not a constraint to their civic rights. Nigeria, with an estimated 25 million physically challenged persons, large number of this figure willing to participate actively in the electoral process. But trust and access are battles yet to be won by this group of persons.
You have a motion for a particular candidate that is different from mine, and I think I trust you. You get there, I tell you, do this for party A or party B, you do something else. So you cannot actually trust anybody.
It's actually not accessible. I had to beg some people to hold me to cross the gutter, which isn't so accessible. So I could just imagine someone on a wheelchair trying to access here and then going up to go and vote. You can see the cubicle is located on.
And the best place to address these issues is INEC.
So why we're here is to come and see how we can collaborate. And our passion is to 2027 election.
America's Empowerment Institute, Training Institute in Nigeria, collaborating with INEC to bridge these gaps.
The passion we have as we speak for the moment is to see that this set of marginalized people, they have a voice. They have the ability to be given the chance to vote.
It is not a small thing that you have to give your will to another person to represent you through voting. So it is always stated that if it is not from us, then it will not be for us. And that is why the issue of inclusion is very key, so that they can speak for themselves.
Then we have policy for PWDs in general. PWDs, we have separate policy for them. And during election time, we cater for them.
Recommendations will be factored into preparations for the 2027 general election. Mie Ogede, NTA News.
All right, next will be sports update.
Remo Stars saw their 8-match unbeaten streak in the Nigerian Premier Football League come to an end with a 2-1 loss to reigning champions Rangers International at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium in Enugu, although they maintain an 8-point advantage at the top of the standings. In Oweri, Hatan FC secured a late 2-1 victory against the visiting Shooting Stars in an exciting match that features several controversial penalty decisions. And in Benin, 10-man Niger Tornadoes were defeated 3-0 by Bendel Insurance with goals scored by Julius Emiloju, Uche Collins and Kayode Oke. Abe Musa provided financial incentives to motivate his Kano Pillars team before their MPFL match against Abia Warriors. Despite being sidelined by injury, his support and confidence in the team paid off as Kano Pillars claimed a hard-fought 1-0 victory at the Sani Abacha Stadium. Elsewhere, the Director General of the National Sport Commission, NSC, Bukola Olopade, has praised Nigeria's badminton team for their impressive performance at the overall medal table. Mfallen Joao Fonseca became the youngest Brazilian to win an ATF tournament on Sunday, clinching the Argentina Open title at just 18 years old with a 6-4, 7-6 victory against local favorite Francisco Cerundolo. Fonseca is becoming known as one of the most promising young talents in the sport, having previously triumphed at the ATP Next Gen Finals in Jeddah last December and defeated 9th seed in the first round of the Australian Open last month. Amazongo, NTA News.
That concludes Panorama. Thank you for your time. Do have a beautiful day.